Well, Prince Andrew is reportedly in talks to write a tell-all memoir following the success of Prince Harry's explosive book, Spare, in a bid to repair his own reputation. Could it look like this? The original Spare.
But spare what?
Or spare us.
Well, the Duke of York, obviously, has been keeping a pretty low profile over the last few years, following the Jeffrey Epstein scandal and, of course, the disastrous Newsnight interview back in, gosh, it's 2019 now that happened, when he attempted to explain his side of the story and he thought he'd done a good job. We're joined now by journalist Patronella Wyatt, who's a good friend of Queen Camilla. I mean, look, that excruciating interview on Newsnight in 2019 with Emily Maitlis, it revealed, I guess, if nothing else, a shocking lack of judgment on his part. He thought he'd done a great job.
Yeah.
In fact, we'd watched him knocking in own goal after own goal after own goal. If he is considering writing a warts and all memoir, isn't that just opening yet another can of worms?
Well, of course it is. I mean, it's the worst idea since the Titanic, frankly. I think that he wants to... in a way, he's quite like Boris. He wants to sort of clear his name. And he wants everybody to love him, but the more he tries to clear his name, the worse he looks. And I can't see him writing a literary classic or a cosy, charming little book about, you know, my darling mother, the late Queen, and why I was the favourite, which, as Susanna and I just said, we would read.
Yes, I would. But the thing is, as a journalist, I would read his memoir anyway.
Yeah, but, so that's 2 readers.
Yeah.
And Richard, that's 3 readers.
Yeah.
But the general public, I mean, the trouble is that he was always an irrelevance, and he's getting older, and he's not only an irrelevance now, he's a sleazy irrelevance. And I can't see a publisher giving him the sort of money that he'd be after.
OK, well, I tell you another reason why he might want to write it, because he doesn't want people to describe him like that.
Yes, but he tried that with the Newsnight interview.
And he's probably learned something since then.
I have my doubts. I don't think you learn much at that age, and I don't think members of the royal family are necessarily good learners.
Prince Harry sold a shed-load of books. It was the fastest-selling, biggest-selling memoir, wasn't it?
He did, but remember, he had a degree of celebrity and he had Meghan. And I don't think Andrew and dear old Sarah Ferguson have the same sort of wow factor.
I think that if I did buy the book, if you did write it, I think the chapter I would immediately turn to would be the one that he'd clearly have to write about why he paid...
Exactly. Somebody he apparently never met.
Why he paid her £10 million pounds.
Yes.
And that would be an interesting chapter to read, wouldn't it?
It would be fascinating, but I doubt that he would make a full and frank confession. And we don't know what the story is.
When Kevin Maguire from the Mirror was here an hour ago, he suggested that this is a threat to the king.
Well, what I was thinking last night was that this is a feint, and he's trying to frighten the king into giving him a lump sum of money. Because I'm not sure that he's 100% serious about actually writing a book. And I think he's sort of casting around for ways in which to panic the family.
Will it work?
I don't know, but the timing isn't great, is it? I mean, timing's
6 weeks before the coronation.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I can't see this book being written. I think he's trying it on.
Right. Well, just to say, sources close to Prince Andrew say it's categorically untrue that he's writing the memoir. I mean, which would suggest he's not.
Yeah. And
you don't think he will?
No,
But people still want to talk about the fact he might.
Yes, well, yes, I hope he won't, frankly.
Well, the report yesterday was actually even naming a ghost in America who was considering...
Daphne Barrack.
Absolutely, who's considering writing it. But anyway, it's up in the air. We'll know soon enough. Thanks very much for coming in, Patronella. Nice to see you.